Is it okay with you to sit like that? It's very. Yes. It's very happy for me to. Yes, sure.
Okay, well, good afternoon. Welcome to your second day at the Mobile World Congress. Please introduce yourself briefly to our viewers.
My name is Alex. I work for SK Telecom as well. So the reason I came here to say hello to everybody and to introduce our solution to you. Yes, thank you.
Okay, thank you for being here. So the public safety network seems unfamiliar to the public. Please briefly introduce the public safety network.
I got your point. I mean, public safety is a very unfamiliar subject to the people who doesn't know anything about safety system. But before I introduce the public safety, I do better say about MCPTT. Is mission. Each individual letter stands for something. Mission critical, push it to top. It's very useful technology for public safety, and public safety is very important, especially when the man-made disaster or natural disaster occur. There are lots of people who control the situation properly, and some of guys send the police officer or firefighter to control the situation. But in that case, the legacy systems such as VHF or UHF and Tetra as well, they just provide audio image or audio service, which means the people who want to know what is going on there, they need some very clear image. But the legacy system cannot provide video service. They just provide audio service, which means if they change from legacy system to LTE-based PSLT system, they could get lots of information simultaneously. And there is no limitation, a little bit limitation of frequency resource, radio resource. But if we use MCPTT technology, the kind of barrier could be lower. So I think it's very high-tech and very important solution for public safety.
Yeah, definitely. Even though you say that the radio or the frequency, was it?
Yes.
It's more limited. You have that extra value of the video feed. So even though there is that slight limitation, it's greatly counteracted by the video input.
Yes.
Okay. Excellent. So which countries are preparing for this business globally?
Changing from legacy system to LTE is kind of boom because the technology is very useful, as I mentioned it before. So recently, as far as I know, some of the developing countries, they prepared that system or technology, and also Australia and USA and also UK. The Home Office, they are preparing this system because LTE could provide lots of service. As I mentioned before, the video message is very neat or necessary to control the system. And that's why SK and E is a service provider of United Kingdom. We have some connection. That's why they ask lots of things about LTE system and public safety because we achieved a very successful pilot version of PSLT in Gangwon area for Pyeongchang Winter Olympic. So they wanted to know what is the advantage of installing the LTE system from legacy system. So I think it's quite good so far.
Yeah, it seems like it. Definitely. Well,
Anything? It's okay.
Yeah. Do you want me to ask another one?
If you wish.
So what kind of network has been used for public safety before LTE? Oh, that's legacy. Yes.
So UHF and VHF is very, very, unuseful because there is, especially safety for first, the radio can be captured by other people. So it cannot be used for public safety because the data is very important. But if they use a legacy system, I don't think that is a good idea, especially for public safety. But if they use LTE, the encryption and decryption, there is a tunnel, which means no one can penetrate to get some information by using LTE system.
So is it like end-to-end encryption?
Yes.
Interesting. Does that mean it causes more of a data load to have? Is it? Let's just ask one of these. So could you please tell me a little bit about the backpack type LET base station?
Backpack type, maybe we'd better call it another name because it's very ultra compact unit, maybe all-in-one. Some people called it backpack type because the appearance of that product is look like a backpack. But the function of backpack is quite impressive because if people set up the network in disaster area, they needed to bring lots of things. But if you use this very compact type, you don't need to bring anything because the backpack type consists of EPC and eNode B and lots of EPC core system. And also, they could implement certain very important services, for example, IPPTT, push to talk, and legacy or IMS-based service as well. So it's enough to send information or communicate with other people by using this backpack type.
It's enough, and it seems like quite compact as well.
Yes, very compact, very small, light, weight is around less than 5 kilograms. The coverage will be more 5 kilometers. So it's a very effective way to cover that disaster area or something, I believe.
Sounds very interesting. Well, I wish you all the best of luck, and I'm sure you'll have many new entrepreneur journeys ahead of you.
I hope so.
I think so.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Have a great evening.
Is that okay?
Yeah, it was great. It was great.
Sorry.